my name is Maylin and welcome back to my channel. I'm a flutist, music teacher, and performer located in the city of Toronto, Canada, and this is my series where we learn how to play the flute from scratch. So thank you again for joining me here today. In today's video, we'll be learning how to play in cut time, so if you're interested, then just keep on watching. As always, if you do have any questions to the video, please feel free to drop them in the comments section down below and I'll respond to them as soon as possible. Also, if you are having issues when it comes to practicing, you just need something to help you guide your practice sessions and give you a few steps, feel free to check out my free practice guide, again located in the description down below. It gives you 8 easy steps to follow in order to get you a more productive practice session. Also, I've recently updated it, so it's really nice and printer friendly, and it also includes a new page where it helps you to create your own musical goals. So if you're interested, then just again click the link in the description down below for that. Otherwise, let's just get right into today's video. As you may or may not have guessed, again we'll be looking at the Trevor Wise beginner book for the flute part 1, and we'll be starting on page 42. So we're actually going back a little bit, just so we can get into the cut time. So I'm just going to show you what Mr. Wise written here. It's just a very short little blurb. This time signature also means 2 minim, also known as half beats in a bar. So what we know already is common time. So we know that the big C without a line in the middle there equals 4 fourths, or 4 quarter notes per measure. But what cut time represents is 2 half notes per measure. So 2 over 2 is what it would look like if we were to write it without the short hand there with the C that's cut right in the middle. So if I'm going to put up the first piece here. It's called Allemande, right over here, by Gervais. So what we can see here, if we look at the side where the treble clef is, we are in G major. So G major, we have the F sharp there, and then also where we see the time signature, we see the cut time note. So that means, again, there's 2 half notes per every bar. So if you're not sure, you can always look into the piece of music and find the easiest part or the most simple part that'll help you count how many beats and what those beats would be. So if you look right on that first measure on the second part, we see 2 half notes, and that's a little thing, that little theme that goes both between the first part and the second part, back and forth between that first line. So that's always a great way to look at that. Again, the tempo marking here is vivace, which means quickly, but we're not going to play it super fast right now. We will do the clapping count. I won't, again, clap the repeat, however, I will play it for you. And just to make sure we do notice the articulations here. So for the most part, it is 2 slurred, 2 tongued for the 8th notes. We do have some staccatos in that second line there, which means short and detached, but not super short. Again, we want to hear the beautiful sound of your playing. And then also at the end, we do have another rallentando, which means to slow down gradually. Alright, so again, we'll look at the first part. Not going to repeat the clapping count, but I will play it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count it in 4, but then once you play it at a faster speed, you'll feel the big beats on 1 and 3, which would really help to feel the cut time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, again, if you find that was a little bit too fast, you can always go down and click the settings of this video. So clicking that gear, click playback speed, and you can slow it down to 0.75 or 0.5, and try that section a few times over and over again just so that you can feel comfortable with that. Okay, so now I'm going to play it for you, and then just also make notice with the dynamic marking here. So with the first line, when we're repeating it, we want to play it piano, again softly the second time, but the first time we play it, we want to play it forte, which is loudly. Okay, so I'm going to play it at that same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. again, this one might be a little bit tricky. Again, if you feel like it's a little bit too fast for you right away, that's totally alright. There's a lot of tricky fingering that's going on around here. So again, feel free to come back to this part. I put a timestamp in the description so that you can follow it, and then again, do it slowly and then slowly speed it up to where you feel like it's exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so now I'm going to do the second part, the clap and count, again at that same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now we'll do exactly the same thing. I'm going to play it for you, including the repeats. So 1, 2, 3. So if you feel like that one is really tricky, that is totally okay. It is a tricky piece there in order to line up with everything. So if you do take a lot of time to do that, that's totally okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just practice it really slowly every single day. You won't even notice by the time you actually get it, and it'll be really great. Awesome. So now we're going to page 44 here, and we're going to look at the old French carol. So I'm going to put that up right over here. So let's take a look first at the key signatures. So we do see a sharp, so that means it could either be in G major or E minor. So if we're going to take a look at some of those hints, so again, looking at the first note and the last note, they both start on E. And we are going to also look for the raised seventh if it's in the minor key. So if we know E, just go down one step, that would be D. So D sharp would be the raised seventh to the tonic there of the minor, and I see lots and lots of D sharps in here. So I'm going to assume it's an E minor, and as it says at the beginning, it is E minor. Awesome. So we're going to look again, and we see that the time signature is in cut time. Again, that means 2 half notes per every single bar. And again, we do have a repeat, so we're going to repeat that first line. And then we just go into that second line again with another rallentando at the end. And let's see, anything else? Oh yes, the tempo indication here says andante sostenuto, so that means slowly and sustained. And then we also start looking at the dynamics here. It says P with tranquillo, which means peacefully. Okay, so as per usual, we're going to do the clap and count. Again, I won't clap the repeat, but I will play the repeat. Okay, so we're going to take it at this tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I don't know if you noticed, but what I tried to do is while I'm clapping them and I'm counting out the numbers out loud, I'm actually looking at the dynamics and I'm trying to emulate the dynamics with the counting. So that'll kind of help to give you some indication when you are reading this the first time what you need to do with the dynamics. It's always important that we look at them. We don't want to ignore them, because if you do ignore them, then the music isn't going to be as beautiful or as exciting as the composer has written it to be. Okay, so now I'm going to play the first part. Again, I'll be playing the repeats. I'm going to do it at that same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's such a beautiful piece. I love this. Okay, so now we're going to do the clap and count for the second part. Again, I won't be repeating it, but I will repeat it when I play it. So using that again, that same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and now again I'll play it for you and I will play the repeat. So using that same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. What a great way to end today's lesson. Oh, I love that piece. Anyway, thank you so much again for joining me here today. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Also, if you do have any issues when it comes to practicing, you just need a little bit of help to guide you to get a really nice productive practice session, feel free to check out my free practice guide, also located in the description down below. It gives you 8 easy steps to follow and also an extra page to help you create your own musical goals. As always, if you also like the video, feel free to press the like button and to subscribe for more videos just like this. And in next week's video, we'll be covering D sharp and E flat and also B flat major. So thank you again for watching, and as always, happy fluting!